Good morning all. Today we'll be learning data processing cycle. What a data processing cycle is and the stages involved in the collection and processing of data. Data processing cycle is a cycle which is kind of working inside the computer. It's having different stages. First input, then processing, output, and storage. These are all functions which are connected with each other. Data does not have having any meanings in the start, but once it is changing into information, it is meaningful. It begins, the data processing cycle begins with input stage and ends at the output stage. This is the linear diagram for data processing cycle. First one, input, then it's processing and output. We'll be knowing what the input stage is. First of all, the data is meaningless at the start and does not contain any information. Once it is fed inside the computer, which is data processing system, it becomes meaningful. The input stage itself is comprised on 5 different activities. The very first activity is data collection, then data capture, then encoding, data transmission, and at the last, data communication. These 5 all activities are related with input stage. In detail, the first activity, data collection, is gathering data from the environment and preparing it for input. Any data which is being collected from the environment is recorded on a source code, which is a document on which data is recorded. Once it is collected, that document is called source code. It can be any register or any notebook. After data collection, we reach to the point which is data capture. Entering the data that is inside the computer is called data capture. Data is being captured inside the computer. Then it comes to encoding. Encoding is making larger data into smaller one. Like this is the format for the dates of every month and years. And again, another example for this is Shahid Ali. Shahid Ali, as the name is a bit long, but it will be encoded as SA. Only initials SA are represented for this name. This saves a lot of time and reduces errors. Making long data into smaller is encoding. Then it comes data transmission. Sending input data to the processor, which is CPU, and carrying it across its various components, the components of CPU itself. And then it comes to various components of processor CPU itself. And then it's being transmitted to the other parts of computers like output devices, which are monitor and printer. Data communication is the very last activity for this input stage. All those set of activities that allow data to be sent from one data processing system to another is called data communication. Data is being communicated from one data processing system to another. Now we'll be having the main heading, which is processing stage for this data processing cycle. So far we have learned input, 5 activities involved in input stage, and now we'll be learning the processing stage. Processing occurs in CPU, inside CPU. Raw data transformed into meaningful information. Computer follows instructions called programs to process data. There are many programs which are working inside the computer. OS, word processors, spreadsheets, and web browser, etc. This is all about processing stage. Then it comes to output stage. Output is the final stage where the data is processed already, and output devices are showing us the result of our work. After users view the output, they understand it and make decisions on the basis of their understanding. This is called decoding. Previous example in which we have encoded the name Shahid Ali into its initials SA, they are being returned over here in decoding stage. SA is returned as Shahid Ali. And the last stage, which is storage stage. Information is stored to be used later for future purposes. Hard drives and pen drives are used to store our information. That was all those stages involved in data processing system, and we are having this cycle which is going around and round again and again. Many thanks.